Okay, we're here with Carol and Bud, a member of Sagamok. How are you today, Carol?
Nimanowaya, I'm very well, thank you.
And what type of services do you offer the community?
I am representing my company, Woodland Wealth, and we offer a variety of services. Financial planning is one of the key ones that's available to the members. Also, there are workshops I'm interested in hosting, and of course, investment advice is another area.
Wonderful. And can you give us some specifics about the investment advice?
Sure. Investment advice involves understanding the client and their goals. So, what will these investments be used for? The time horizon, and what we call the risk tolerance of each person, how much they can withstand the fluctuations possibly in the values of their investments. So it takes some time to get to know people and understand those factors about them before I can provide specific advice. And another feature is the advice includes what type of account we would want to use for the investments. There are tax-free savings accounts, there are first home saver accounts, there are registered retirement savings plans, and there are what we call non-registered types of accounts. So all of those types of decisions are involved in providing investment advice. Thank you for asking.
And what's really exciting about your offering is you have it catered specifically for First Nations. Maybe you can give a little bit of background as to how you got to offering this type of advice.
Sure. Yeah. The catering to First Nation individuals is related to in-depth knowledge of our tax exemptions that are offered through the Indian Act. And of course, being a First Nations person myself and working for other First Nation clients who we can apply the tax exemption for has given me some experience and expertise in that area. And I find that the industry isn't geared towards working for First Nation clients. So I often have to be an advocate and remind the industry when certain accounts are tax exempt and have them coded and labeled and make sure that happens the way it should. So that is an area that we specialize in.
Yeah, and that's very unique in this industry. It's a service that that's been long overdue, I think we could say. Can you give us a little bit about your background as to what your original career was and how you got to this field?
Sure, yeah. If I go way back, when I finished high school, I didn't even go to university, and then I decided I didn't like washing toilets and slinging pizzas and beer, so I decided I would try university. And I always liked working with numbers, and I was always fascinated with science and chemistry in particular. So the other feature was I wanted to have a job when I finished my education. So with some help from my brother, Ray Hatfield, he guided me into the field of engineering, and I enjoyed that career for 20 years and retired from that as a senior research scientist. And as you could imagine, I love working with numbers, and I found that working with my own finances, I learned as much as I could and thought, this is very practical, and I would in fact love doing this for others. And once I got into the general financial planning, I really found a deeper interest in the investment side and pursued a further and further education along those lines. So now I'm a chartered investment manager and a fellow of the Canadian Securities Institute.
Well, I think it's safe to say that with your background being a senior research scientist, that of course your client's money is in good hands. And is there anything else that you would like to add in closing?
Well, I take the relationship I have with clients, whether they're individuals or families or nations, with a great deal of responsibility. With engineering, we wear our iron ring to remind us that people's lives are in our hands. And I take that same responsibility with my work in the financial industry. I recognize people are placing a lot of trust in me, and my advice is going to have an impact on their lives. And so it's a great honor and a responsibility to work with people in this area.
And in closing, how can people get in touch with you?
Okay. You can call my office at 613-767-1234. Nice, easy number. You can look up our website, Woodland Wealth, in Ontario, and reach out. There's a Contact Me button there. And I am in the community once a month, and I'm going to endeavor to make those dates known regularly. In May, it will be just after the long weekend in May. So I look forward to being back next month.
Miigwech for your time today, Carolyn.
My pleasure.